Now, I often am asked why I would constantly refer to numbers, simply because 2 and 2 is 4. And genetically, two dates being X amount of time apart for several members of my family, being my stepdaughter, my daughter, my youngest daughter to the same stepdaughter. The difference in age between Mary Magdalene, who was Michelle, Sheila and I, totally incapable of understanding one word I'm talking about. She hasn't changed. Her name means stubborn. And then, of course, I give it my best shot for 13.01 years with Mary to help me get this done. I had to have a female counterpart, and she wouldn't respond. She wouldn't even tell her sister. Yet she believed, and the psychics told her it was Christ that her man was, and all this kind of stuff. Yet she wouldn't even tell her kids. So it's a dreadful time in my life to live that. Out of it, however, my son, the soul of my son, female, returns as a little girl, 888 weeks after I married my second wife. The 14th of February 1987 to 2004, 21st February. So it takes a certain wisdom to be able to forget the religious side of this and look at it from the mathematics side of it. The chances of me not being who I say I am, the creator, is a mathematical wonder that mathematicians will never be able to calculate the odds because of the variables. So for those of you who believe who I am, will be surprised how many don't. And you'd be also surprised how I've gone to great lengths to piss off as many people as possible. So I'm saying to people like the Seventh-day Adventists, for example, you'll say, look at the things I've done in your name, which they have. But it's not their Jesus that they are not thinking of me or what I am as Jesus, now an old man, nearly 69 years old. By the way, when I am 69 years old, it's January the 11th, 2013, Trinity will be 8.8888 years old on that date, and that's the little girl that is my son reincarnated, who was murdered by the Catholics. So the Catholics had me as a child, I knew I would. And they've been watching me like a hawk ever since. So, as time goes by, if you can imagine all these things that if you have been following me for a while, you know that there are thousands of video teachings I do. And they only touch the surface of the wonders involved in the Great Pyramid because it identifies my soul as being Yahweh. It's absolute. It's in the solar eclipses and the locations of various mountains and the distances to where I was born, and all coming up with mathematical wonders of coincidence that cannot be a coincidence. But stupid people cannot see it. So I abuse everybody. Why? Well, the distance from my first wife home to my home as a child is 118.22 kilometres. And that number in Psalms is stone the builders rejected has become the head of the corner. In the Aramaic, it's the capstone of the pyramid. It's referred to in Matthew 21:42 that saying the same thing, borrowing from the Essene, which talked about a pyramid and the capstone being rejected. And that man has become the head of the corner. So, because it's in Matthew, it's talking about what's going to happen at the second coming.